Hey everybody, and welcome to the Urban Aviary, the home of practical backyard agriculture. This is the first episode of the Urban Quailer series, where we will go over from start to finish, A to Z, how to put quality meat and eggs on your table by raising the ultimate urban livestock, Coturnix quail, and how you can get virtually everything you need ordered online and delivered to your home. Yes, even the birds themselves. In this episode, we will be going over the first thing you'll need to have established, housing and caging. Let's go over real quick why I mentioned those two things separately and why they're important. It's important to know that quail are very hardy birds in both very hot and very cold climates. But to do well in either of those extremes, assurances do need to be made for them. The assurance they need in cold situations is protection from wind and rain. In hot weather, they need to be protected from constant direct exposure to sunlight. Quail are also extremely vulnerable to being killed by predators. For these reasons, I do not recommend simply keeping quail in a cage outside exposed to the elements. They need to have housing, and there are several different ways to accomplish that. The one system that will not apply here is the aviary system. That is the only system where the caging is external and the housing is internal. The system is great, but it's not practical for most of you in urban areas. Keeping them caged in some sort of housing is likely going to be your best option, which is how these birds have been raised for thousands of years to be bred and raised. So let's look at the first housing option, the option that everyone has available, your own home. This option isn't ideal as you're limited on how many birds you can have, and you have the added chore of constantly working on keeping the smell down. I've done it, and the smell can be managed by keeping the birds in a terrarium or aquarium, changing their bedding frequently, adding apple cider vinegar with the mother to their drinking water, and dedicating one single room in the house to those birds. However, this system is limited and is best suited for keeping quail as pets or just as a hobby. But if you're really serious about production of meat and eggs, you will benefit the most from using a dedicated outbuilding. If you have, say, a garage or a shed, then you're set. If your garage is attached, however, I recommend regular cleaning and the addition of ACV with the mother again to the drinking water. If you don't have a garage or shed, there are still affordable options for housing. Home Depot has options for small sheds that will fit a set of quail cages for $100 to $200, and even larger sheds for as little as $400. And you can even get a little creative. I just finished putting my new quail housing together. It started out as a lean-to off the back of the garage that was open on all three sides. Using mostly things I found laying around the property, I enclosed it and put a door on each end. It's certainly not going to win any beauty contests, and there are some large holes I'll need to fill in to keep pests out, but it has the most important things for now. A roof for the rain, walls for the wind, and protection from predators. Once you got your housing established, the next step is to get cages. It seems the most common route that people go is to build their own. Certainly that's the route I've done in the past, mostly because I didn't know where I could purchase affordable cages. Most of the market is targeted towards industrial quail production, and the prices are usually just not feasible for someone wanting to produce on a scale small enough just to feed their family. And I realize not everyone has the skills, time, or desire to build their cages. Honestly, I don't really have the time for that myself anymore. So when I decided to start the series, I set out to find a source of quality quail cages that are affordable to the small-scale producer that they can have delivered directly to their home. And that actually seems like a pretty tall order even to me, but surprisingly, it was pretty easy to find. And there's even a topper. Not only can you get them shipped to your home, but shipping is free in the continental U.S. That company is Quailer Ranch. They actually specialize in building quail systems, caging systems for the average consumer. And they come with feeders, drinkers, and poop trays, so you don't have to try and piece everything together that you need. They're all built in-house and shipped directly to you, so there's no middleman, which is why they have such great prices. You can get a single community quail cage with everything you need for $125 plus free shipping. And they have everything from that all the way up to a 5-tier battery cage system. And I'll put a link to their website in the video description, so make sure to check it out. I actually have one of their cages on its way to me right now. I'll have a video up very soon of an unboxing of one of their cages, as well as assembly and a general review of it. So look forward to that next video, and in the meantime, go to quailerranch.com and check out what they have to offer. And until that next video, remember, you guys can do this too.